So let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem so confident on the outside, but the moment they're challenged, they explode, deflect, or shut down? Because what most people assume about narcissists is actually backwards. Narcissists aren't created by too much love. They're created by inconsistent love. Think about it. When a child grows up learning that approval comes only when they perform, only when they please, only when they reflect well on someone else, what do you think that teaches them? It teaches them that being real isn't safe. So instead of developing a solid sense of self, they develop a strategy. A strategy to avoid shame. A strategy to avoid rejection. A strategy to never feel small again. And that strategy becomes a mask. Now here's where it gets interesting. From the outside, that mask looks like confidence. It looks like charm. It looks like certainty. But internally, there's fear of being exposed. Fear of being seen as flawed. Fear of being abandoned if the image cracks. So the nervous system adapts. Criticism stops feeling like feedback and starts feeling like a threat. Accountability stops feeling like growth and starts feeling like danger. That's why narcissists don't respond to facts. They respond to perceived threats to identity. And here's the part most people miss. Narcissism isn't about believing you're better than everyone else. It's about needing to believe that. Because without that belief, the whole structure collapses. That's why validation feels like oxygen. Why admiration feels regulating. Why control feels calming. Not because they're confident, but because confidence was never built internally. Now let me be clear about something. Not every traumatized child becomes a narcissist. Some become hyper-empathetic. Some become people-pleasers. Some turn the pain inward. Narcissism happens when the unconscious decision is, I will never feel powerless again. So dominance replaces vulnerability. Image replaces authenticity. Control replaces connection. And over time, that protection system hardens into personality, which leads to the real tragedy. The very defenses that once helped them survive are the same ones that now prevent intimacy, accountability, and change. And that's why trying to explain, argue, or prove reality to a narcissist almost never works. Because you're not talking to logic, you're talking to a defense system whose entire job is to avoid emotional exposure. So if you've ever been hurt by a narcissist, this isn't about blaming yourself. And it's not about excusing their behavior either. It's about understanding what you're dealing with, so you stop trying to fix what was never yours to heal. Because clarity doesn't just bring understanding, clarity gives you leverage, and leverage gives you freedom.